definitely don't eat with crap. It makes me want to throw up. Why did you read that?
It looked weird.
Good Lord, the man hasn't bathed in 60 years?
60 years, and I guess the world record right now is 38 years left in Washington, so we beat that.
I assume he's not married.
No.
Okay. What life would put up with that? Alright, that makes me itch thinking about that. That kind of makes my 3 weeks in Kuwaiti desert, 1991, without a shower kind of pale in comparison, doesn't it? I felt pretty bad after 3 weeks of no showers. All we had was bottled water. You know, you can wipe your face off. Standing order though, you had to shave every game day. Can you believe that? We had to shave. It got to the point where, you know, we were shaving and you could see where the guys had shaved because their face was like a dusty gray, and where they'd shaved it was a lighter color. Everybody. It was hilarious. We were all like, nobody wore their deodorant, their toothpaste, but you had to shave every damn day, and you shaved cold because we had no shaving cream. Standing orders. Ain't that nuts? Scraping stuff. Whatever. I think we're trying to emulate the British. All right, Mr. Boyer, you got one? Let's hear it.
Mine is from HuffingtonPost.com.
HuffingtonPost.com.
Jacob Brown posts Facebook status about drunk driving and gets arrested. On New Year's Day, Jacob Brown was arrested for posting a Facebook status about his drunk driving experience, and police showed up at his door the next day.
Okay. They did actually arrest him?
They really couldn't because they didn't have sufficient evidence, so they charged him with 2 counts of failing to perform the duties of a driver.
That's a ticket. What do you think?
I don't know, like, he posted it, but then he I think it's fair.
It's fair. What was this at?
It was in Oregon.
That's ridiculous. What just happened to the Fourth Amendment? You posted it on Facebook, the cops show up at your house, like thought police, and try to arrest you for something you said you did on Facebook? That's hearsay. They need evidence, Mr. Boyer. The cop observes you driving erratically. The cop pulls you over. The cop gives you a breathalyzer. You know what I mean? That you post it on Facebook, I drove drunk, man. And here's what happened. And what are they, trolling Facebook? Oh, no. Did that guy get a lawyer? Is he suing the police department? Is he? Because I'd be suing him until the snot ran out of him. Because if that's the case, anything I might post out there, I could be arrested for it. I mean, it happens all the time, but you need evidence. If you say, hey man, cut the drug deal at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, and you got a big bag of cocaine in there, and people have done that. That's one thing, but this is different. This was in the past. They got nothing on him, Kevin. Nothing. I wouldn't pay any of those tickets. I would absolutely fight that. Now, if he drove drunk, he's wrong, but that's not the point. They got no evidence on him. They got nothing on him. Nothing. The alcohol's out of the system. It's all hearsay. He might have just made that up. I just did it for fun. That's crazy. Is he suing now?
No, it doesn't say.
He's just going to take it like an idiot.
Yeah,
He's stupid. I need to fight that over the Supreme Court. They tried to give me one of those stoplight tickets. Next Tuesday I gotta go. I'll bring a copy of the Fourth Amendment, and they're gonna hit it with both barrels because my damn brake lights are on. And you can't run a red light if your brake lights are on. So it's ridiculous. People lay down and let your rights just be eroded. They showed up at your door because you posted on Facebook you did it last night? No, man, this ain't this isn't North Korea. Let me email. Can you email that to me? The article. You know how to do that. You know my email, right? Like .co.org. Just shoot that to me because I don't think it. So you got one?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Mine's about an ID dropped by bank vault burglars.
ID dropped by bank vault burglar. Duh. I love stories like that. Let's hear it. He left his ID. Hey.
In Germany, they stole $13.6 million out of a bank.
That's a lot of money.
And the police found the ID laying on the floor of the vault, but the picture picture on the vault wasn't any of those burglars. It ended up being a picture of an innocent teacher that they, I guess they must have found because the teacher
Good
called.
question.
Yeah, the teacher called in and said that that was his ID that he lost in 2004.
10 years ago?
Yeah,
It's been sitting on the bank vault floor? Nobody saw it? Sounds suspicious, but go ahead. This is Germany too, so.
yeah.
Or they don't
And
have First Amendment rights.
they let him go. So
Okay. The way you couched that, I was thinking it was the idea the criminal fell out and they were able to piece it together because I think there was an example of this last year. Somebody brought it in, a guy did a stick-up job at a bank. The way he did it was he went in to make a deposit and he actually had showed them his ID, okay, the teller the ID, and then he pulled the pistol out. And he left with the ID, didn't he? The teller had the ID, and it was on camera. Well, yeah, well, in that case, the cops did have evidence, and they did show up at his house, and they did arrest him, and they did send him to jail. And a guy like that should be sent to stupid jail. Got to be jailed for stupid, you know what I mean? Extra stupid, because that's just